Good Monday morning, meaties. And good morning, Drew Harrison, the first person in the chat this morning. Welcome to another live stream where you get horror news and channel updates for the past week. I don't know which editor did this, but one of our... I do these on the editing computer. So this is the same computer that the editors remotely log into to work. One of them decided that it'd be a funny thing to do this. That's the background right now. This scared the shit out of me when I sat down this morning and jiggled the mouse and the screen came up to just see this. I don't know where they got this. I don't know what this is from. I assume it is from some filming thing I did as a background actor. So this would probably be 2014 or 15 when I was doing random big air quote acting gigs, and I assume this was just something. Look at the little goatee I'm rocking. Oh man, okay. I don't know where they got this. Sure is funny that they did that though, huh? we have our weekly meeting every Monday, so I am going to ask who did that today. It scared the shit out of me, I'm not gonna lie. I was yeah, that must have been. I was like, why did I have that facial hair? Jordan's right, that would have been during the Littlefinger cosplaying days. So that's probably what that's from. Your money's on Josh? My money's on Sarah? No, it could be Josh. It's probably Josh. Alright, let's get to the horror news. There's a new Ghoulies trilogy in the works. Oh, wait, I thought that I fixed this. No, I didn't fix this. Okay, all right. Ghoulies, there's... Oh, hey, Christian Dale, asking if there's any chance I'll be attending Texas Frightmare. You can ask the Texas Frightmare people that. We would love to attend Texas Frightmare. We have asked to attend it a lot. We were accepted one year, but that was 2021, and we were still uncomfortable with COVID, so we were like... Maybe when things calm down a little, and we haven't heard back from them since. So we would love to be guests at what has so far been my favorite horror convention, but Dead Meat has so far not been invited to it. Let them know if you want Dead Meat at Texas Frightmare, because it'd be cool to go there and have a table. We'd really like that. We love that convention. We would love to be a part of it. But this weekend we'll be in Cincinnati, where they will have us at Horror Hound Weekend. So come see us there if you can. Really looking forward to it. That'll be great. Yeah, new Ghoulies trilogy again, with planning a trilogy before the even first one is out. The one good thing I'll say about this is that it's the original creators of Ghoulies. They have regained the rights to the franchise after there was not a new movie in 30 years. But reading this, I mean, listen, you gotta sell yourself, right? You gotta make your project sound bankable and marketable. But these guys do talk about Ghoulies being like a generational film. An entire generation of kids grew up with Ghoulies, and kids were afraid to use the toilet for fear of them. That their tagline has resonated through the decades. Y'all, does anyone know Ghoulies? I feel like if we covered Ghoulies, it would be one of those franchises that fucking just tanks the channel, like fucking Critters or some shit like that. I love the first Ghoulies. I've not seen the sequels. The sequels, I believe, get more comedic. The first one's one of those like weird, you know, there's like occultism, and I think it's a lot of fun, but I definitely think if we covered Ford Ghoulies, that it wouldn't be good for the channel. But let's hope that I wish this new trilogy well. I wish, I'm so happy that the original creators got the rights back. That's always good to see. Also, mug of the day is Minnie Mouse throughout the ages. I forget if I've shown, I have this, and we have a Mickey version that we got at a random garage sale. I love how today, and it's like, yeah, that's the 80s, maybe early 90s, but like, look at that font. That is not today, I'll tell you that. Okay. Hereditary is coming to IMAX for one day only, probably. It sounds like it's just a one-day thing, April 24th. It's a couple of A24 movies that are going to be screening in IMAXs. So if you haven't seen these, I recommend them. All 3 of these movies fucking rule. Sorry, I didn't scroll down enough for Uncut Gems. So definitely see. I'm really sad that we probably won't be able to see Ex Machina on March 27th because that movie is great. It's an awesome sci-fi, not really horror at all, but it's Alex Garland, who's great and does like really dark shit. So Ex Machina is awesome. Hereditary, obviously, is good. And Uncut Gems is just like this fucking. So if you want to be anxious, go watch that movie. It's just if you want to just wind your nerves up to the tightest possible setting, go watch Uncut Gems. It's fantastic. I love it. Basket Case is coming to a 4K release. I pre-ordered this morning. I was going through these items. I saw this. I pre-ordered it. I love my Basket Case. I love my Belial. Coming out in a 4K version with some extra special features. Some of these I've seen before on previous releases. This will probably be my 3rd version of Basket Case that I'm owning, but I'm buying it. Thank you, Arrow, as one of the many companies that does just excellent home video releases. Thank you very much, Arrow. Maggie Gyllenhaal's movie, The Bride, is going to be released in 2025. God, I wish it was this year. This is a take on The Bride of Frankenstein, which is a fantastic movie if you've never seen it. The original, like from the 30s. Check it out. It's awesome. Really good. Maybe better than Frankenstein itself. This is a movie that Maggie Gyllenhaal is directing. Is she also writing it? I'm not sure. But this cast is pretty cool. Christian Bale, Penelope Cruz as the bride, Jessie Buckley from like Men and I'm Thinking of Ending Things, and Peter Sarsgaard from Orphan, his character will be featured in this week's podcast. I'll let you know more about that when we get to the Dead Meat stuff, but yeah, this is a Maggie Gyllenhaal directed movie. It's taking the release date of Batman Part 2 for Matt Reeves, which was delayed a full year. That shit ain't coming out till 2026. That movie is 2.5 years away. Wow. Jesus. That sucks for people who really want to see that. That's the musical one with Lady Gaga, right? Damn, that strike hit that movie hard. Good luck to it when it comes out. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of Joker 2. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Joker 2 is the musical with Lady Gaga. My bad. I'm sorry. I was like, I thought I had heard more about this movie for it to be coming out in 2.5 years. My bad. I don't know anything about this. It's Monday morning. Fuck off. Here's the big news. Here it is, right? Yeah, as Ben said, you can't expect me to know superhero things. I didn't see either of those movies. No, I did see Joker. Joker is fine. And Chelsea really liked the Batman. I'd like to see it sometime. Time is the crucial ingredient there. Neve Campbell will be returning for Scream 7 with Kevin Williamson directing. Big news, obviously. We've talked about all the ups, mostly downs of Scream 7 on this show and in even special live streams that I've done just for news there, where, of course, Melissa Barrero was fired from the project by Spyglass because of her tweets concerning Israel-Palestine, asking for ceasefire and such. And then Jenna Ortega left, and then director Christopher Landon left. Seemed like it was in a weird spot where it probably maybe wasn't going to get made, but of course it's going to have to get made. So my assumption is Spyglass, backed a dump truck full of money up to Neve Campbell, and she agreed to be in it. So it'll be written by Guy Busick, who wrote or co-wrote the previous 2 entries. Story by James Vanderbilt, the other writer for those. And it's directed. So here's the thing. Someone said Jenna was never doing Scream 7 anyway. That's everything that I have heard does not support that claim. My understanding is that she was supposed to be in a small role, possibly like cameo-sized, due to other commitments. And then when Melissa Barrera dropped out, all of a sudden Jenna suddenly didn't have the time for that. So Neve Campbell famously was not in Scream 6 due to pay rate disputes. My understanding of that, I don't think it was Spyglass who wasn't willing to pay her what she was asking for. I believe that was Paramount, but I don't know. I can't say that for certain. But I'm not willing to say, oh, Neve going back to work with Spyglass, the company that didn't pay her in the first place. I don't know if that's a fact, so I won't say that. I'm happy for Neve. I love Neve Campbell. I'm assuming she's getting, like I said, a lot of money because without the new cast, you need something for Scream 7, and I'm sure that they're hoping Neve will bring in the audience. People are excited about Kevin Williamson returning to the series, but keep in mind that he's not writing the script. Kevin Williamson is primarily a writer. He wrote Screams 1, 2, and 4, amongst many other horror classics of the 90s, early 2000s. He's not writing this script. It is the same writer from Scream 5 and 6. He is directing Scream 7, and it should just be noted, he's only directed one film before, Teaching Mrs. Tingle. I never saw it, so I can't speak to its quality, but just know that, you know, sometimes people see, oh, Eli Roth presents, and they think that he, you know, wrote, directed, whatever, when he's just a producer. Roles are very distinct. Kevin Williamson, not really an experienced director. His last movie was 25 years ago that he directed. His only one. And so he'll be returning to direct. So that seems to me like something that they're just doing to get people to come watch Scream 7 who maybe wouldn't have done it because of the Melissa Barrera situation. I don't know, man. I mixed feelings about it overall. That's all I'll say, because just, I don't know. There's also the possibility, keep in mind, that there is the possibility that Spyglass and Melissa Barrera have talked. I know that they were wanting to talk to her, and at the time she wasn't ready, but my hope is that there is some kind of compromise made, maybe an apology would be great, and that we can have Melissa Barrera back in the franchise, hopefully in Scream 7, if not Scream 8, but I don't know. Who knows? Neve Campbell will be in Scream 7. Sidney Prescott will return. Hope they don't kill her. Also, I hope they don't bring back Stu. That would be the most desperate fucking thing, man. That would, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He couldn't have survived without people knowing this long. Come on. Come on. Salem's Lot by Gary Dauberman, who wrote the It movies and the Annabelle films. He directed and wrote the Salem's Lot movie that was originally supposed to come out in theaters in September 2022. Now it'll probably be coming out 2 years later on Max. I'll take it. I'd rather do that than not get infinitely shelved like Batgirl. So, Stephen King himself has seen this movie and said he liked it, but Stephen King says he likes everything because he likes money. So, I love Salem's Lot. I think it's one of his best and scariest novels. So I would love to see a big screen adaptation, even if it's streaming only. So can't wait to see that and hope it does well. This is very industry news. Speaking of It, Andy and Barbara Muschietti, Andy directed It. They're launching a horror label called Nocturna under Skydance. And I'm just including it because, as Ben noted in his notes for this, shout out to Ben Bellevue, our social media, I always fuck that up, our brand manager and producer Ben, who puts these news items together, and without him, they wouldn't be happening every week, so thank you, Ben. He noted that this is just another example of a large studio like Skydance, which housemate Gressel actually works for, launching a horror-specific or genre-specific label that just shows the genre, is a reliable moneymaker and that people want to make horror movies. So, maybe I will be reaching out to Nocturna soon. See how they feel about football. There's this Quibi series starring Micah Monroe, who always rules, called The Stranger, and I guess it's been recut into a feature film for Hulu. So that's cool. It was some kind of, I don't know how this worked, but Venus Sud, I don't know who that is, but they made this series across Quibi, which was that proto TikTok, was that same time as Vine? Yeah, it was like short form content. It just, you know, bad timing, I think, with its release. And it's being recut into a full-length film. I think that's cool that they were able to get the rights back to this thing and release it in a different form since Quibi ultimately failed. That's cool. I always love Micah Monroe. Z Nation, I don't really know anything about it, but it might be coming. What, it stopped in 2018 after 5 seasons, but it might be coming back for a 6th. There was like a tease. I don't know. Check that out. All you Z Nation heads, you Z heads, get in there. Check that out if that's what you're interested in. And Blumhouse will be having 5 horror films returning to AMC movie theaters the end of this month as a halfway to Halloween celebration. So if you like watching movies in theaters, which I do, you can check out Split, The Purge, Flanagan's Ouija sequel that I still haven't seen, Insidious, and the incredible Lee Whannell Invisible Man in theaters on these days. Check them out. Invisible Man has some great sound design, so that'd be worth checking out in a theater, I think. And then last but not least, what'd I do to this little browser to make it like off screen? There we go. There is a Little Shop of Halloween Horrors being developed, I guess, with Joe Dante and Roger Corman. All right. The guys who made Little Shop of Horrors way back in the day, like the 50s or 60s. And they're going to be producing. Oh, no, Dante's directing. Jesus Christ. Cool. Wait, is this a movie? Wow. For some reason, why did I think it was a stage thing? Like a musical. Okay. I mean, cool. Yeah. Give Dante more work. Love that guy. Okay. That is it for the news. Let's get into the trailers. We got 2 trailers for you today, including The Crow, which I have not watched yet. This came out March 14th, so a couple of days ago, but I have not seen it yet. Let's see what The Crow has. What is this little... Oh, is that what I did? Did I accidentally open that? There we go. All right, let's out of here. Let's check this out.
What's the first thing you liked about me?
Your tats.
I thought that you were quite brilliantly broken.
Oh.
You feel like my person.
You feel like my person.
What's the worst thing you've ever done?
I saw things. I shouldn't have seen any of it.
Julie! Julie! Please don't do that!
Spoiler, they died.
When someone dies, a crow carries their soul to the land of the dead. And sometimes something so bad happens that the soul cannot rest.
Oh, this song was in WWE 2K24. That's why.
Until you put the wrong things right.
Flashbacks to Sliders. Oh.
You were given the
Oh,
power
you think that's gonna
of
kill
a
the
god.
Crow? Look at those abs. They can take a shotgun blast.
But you're running out of time to save her.
Oh, but that
I'm
guy.
gonna kill them.
You don't have face
Every single
abs.
one of them.
Skarsgård looking more ripped than in the pictures I saw for this movie.
I killed you.
Yeah, you did.
We have a problem. He came for us.
Oh man, this stream is getting so copyright claimed with this music.
First impulse. Anger.
It's not anger. It's love.
Oh.
Look at what you've become. You know that love promises only pain.
These like title interstitials feel very throwback, early 2000s. This?
You have no idea what hell awaits you. No, I do.
How many people have you loved?
I'll never be alone.
All right, dude. I think that kind of looks cool. I had not seen the trailer before. I'd only seen those pictures released last week or a couple of weeks ago. I think this looks cool. I don't know, man. I'm rough with trailers. Every trailer I see, I'm like, that looks kind of cool. And sometimes they wind up being very bad. But yeah, I know a lot of people don't like the look of him, but like, I don't know. I don't care. Whatever. Did you see Eric Draven in the original film? I bet people thought that he looked very of the time goth, and I feel like I bet people thought he looked stereotypical when the first one came out, and now we have him in a Eric Draven with a very I don't know, Machine Gun Kelly kind of look, all tatted up. Again, looking way more in those stills. He just looked very skinny, but here he looks actually fucking built. I don't know, man. I think it looks cool. Is it shallow to say I think he looks hot, Allison? No, I think that's what they're going for. This feels like a more actiony Twilight. A much more actiony horror Twilight, since it, you know, I mean, it centers around a love story, and you got a hot guy with an alt look just on a fucking tear for his lady. I love Bill Skarsgård. I think he's fantastic. I don't know. I think it looks kind of cool. I think it looks kind of cool, man. What about the Sydney Sweeney horror movie? I'm seeing that tonight. Fuck yeah, Immaculate. There was a like big red carpet premiere on Friday, and Friday I'm just sitting at home. I'm scrolling through Instagram and I'm seeing all my friends post pictures from it. I'm like, what? Did we not get invited? And then Chelsea and I checked our emails, and it was like sent to her voiceover work email, and we didn't see it. And I was like, oh man, that sucks. I was so bummed to see all our friends there, and we weren't able. My Chemical Romance! That's great. That's fucking awesome. But we are going to see Immaculate tonight. It won't be the fancy, fun red carpet premiere. It'll just be like a screening room. But in any case, I'm really excited to see it. Friday night, I was sitting there. I was like, man, and like I was in the middle of doing a bunch of work, and I was like, I do all this work so we can do fun stuff like that. But we fucking just got the wrong email address sent to, and so now I'm just doing the work without the fun stuff. And I was really bummed. It put me in a bad mood. But we're gonna get to see the movie on Monday, so that's all that matters. I don't know. Thanks, TJ Toaster, and glad you're here. And thank you, Ryan Ibarra. Pennywise got beat up by a group of middle-aged adults and decided to get shredded. Yeah. Again, I think that this looks, you know what? Maybe it'll appeal to a certain demographic, like a more female demographic. Who knows? I wonder if it takes place in Detroit like the original does. Because the original takes place in Detroit, even though it was not filmed there and does not look like Detroit. But, and we will be discussing the original at our first ever Dead Meat podcast live show on April 14th. That's less than a month away in Detroit at the Masonic Temple, the theater in the Masonic Temple in Detroit. So get tickets for that if you haven't. I forget where the link is to buy those, but if you look up Dead Meat, here, I wonder if we just look up Dead Meat Masonic Temple. Is that enough? Oh wow, look at all these links selling tickets to us. I think the one that I was using was the Axis. Oh my god. Wait, Dead Meat tribute to Grateful Dead. No, that's not us. What about Axis? No, that's not. Dead Meat Trip. Wait, what? Yo, no, Sunday, April 14th at 7:30, that's us. At the Masonic Temple, that's us. But we're not a tribute to Grateful Dead. Oh no, I gotta talk to our reps. Why does it say that? Do we have to change the topic of our podcast? Oh, but this event is popular. Dude, what if we wind up with a bunch of deadheads? Wait, no, this isn't right. That's not what we're charging. What's going on here? What's going on here, dude? What? Oh, fuck. I got... This isn't right. No. What about these other links that I saw? Dead Meat Detroit tickets. Stay happening. What are these websites? Okay, that's good. That's our logo, at least. Join James and Chelsea as they... Yeah, talk about the Crow. Okay, I don't like all these fucking pop-ups. Maybe don't go to this site. Where do you even get tickets? I'm not clicking that. Wow. Oh, no. Oh, boy. All right. Well, come see us talk about Grateful Dead, apparently. I love trucking. Tribute to Grateful Dead. What the fuck? I'm going to have to talk to someone about that. You found it? Someone found it? Ben or anyone, if you have the link to the tickets, go ahead while we watch the trailer for The Fetus, an upcoming horror film starring Bill Moseley and Lauren Lavera. What? Let's check it out.
On Valentine's Day, say those 2 words that every woman wants to hear.
You're pregnant.
We love you, Lauren. Wow, both Dead Meat Horror Award presenters this year.
That can't be right. He always wears a condom.
He also wasn't wearing one last night, either.
Oh, shit.
The Fetus. They should have spelled it with a PH like oldie times.
When are you telling me pregnant?
I'll tell him. As soon as we're done eating.
Alyssa said you had a dog. Where's he?
Is Bill her dad?
Dog's dead.
If so, wouldn't want to be this guy.
Oh. He's legit? What was it like in Nam?
Chris.
Yeah? You weren't kidding.
Weren't you? Vietnam. Really?
It's just a little scene. But yeah, another pregnancy kid horror. Lots of those lately. Okay, what is the premise of this one, though? What's this fetus gonna do?
I cut myself. No, just be careful with it.
Is that supposed to be blood? It looks very low budget, but I mean, I bet the acting will be great. Director Joe Lamb, producer and writer. Okay. All right. Cool. So I think that's it for horror news. And so we can literal child's play. Slither 2. Yeah. All right. We can get into the dead meat side of things now. Thanks, Babadook. Monsieur Babadook. Oh, have we thought about doing a horror primary election podcast? I did think about it just the other day. I'm not following politics as closely as I did 4 years ago in 2020. I wouldn't feel as prepared to do that. Also, last year we did it on Super Tuesday, called it Super Booze Day. We already passed that. It's less fun when there isn't a competitive primary to follow all the, like, wild things that happen in it this year. I don't know, man. I don't think anyone's excited about what's happening this year, right? No one is. So, two of the candidates were Megan for president and Sean Ruddy from Deadstream for VP. That's very funny. Yes, it would have been fun to do that, but if you want some podcast news, I do have some good news for you. We are doing our third March Madness bracket. It'll be out on Wednesday. It is a long episode, and it is not just your average March Madness bracket where we're like, which of these characters would beat the other one? No, this is an idea that Chelsea has teased before. It is a bracket of the worst horror husbands / boyfriends / fiancés. It is who out of all go Gazangas, says Calbray. Chelsea wears her Gazanga shirt in the March Madness episode. It'll be out on Wednesday. It is we are pitting horror husbands against each other to see who was the worst at listening to their partner, at believing their partner. The husband from The Orphan is a member. Yes. Mika did influence this from Paranormal Activity. He is also a contender. A lot of options here. We did outrule. We do not have anyone who has openly tried to kill their partner. We decided that wouldn't make sense. So no Jack Torrances, nothing like that. The Watcher boyfriend, he is in there. Yes, that is right. Trevor from Smile, he is also in there. Yes, the husband. Yep, he's in there. So, or the fiance. Midsummer, Christian, you know he's in there. But yes, no outright murderous husbands, because we are comparing. We do run into a problem during the episode where we're like, this one thing, we're like, oh man, this person actually did this very heinous thing, and it's hard to argue against it. So you'll have to see how we deal with that problem. It's a fun episode, I think. So check it out. And Gabriel Byrne from Hereditary. No, we did not include him. Don't worry. There are 16 contestants. You'll know a lot of them. If you're a Dead Meat fan, I think there's only one movie on there that we haven't discussed on the channel before. Fall. If you really want to if you really want to prep yourself all the way, you can watch Fall. That movie with the ladies climbing the the phone tower or whatever. More of a thriller, but it's kind of like a 47 meters down survivalist style thriller. Great movie. I really enjoyed it. So watch Fall if you want to be fully prepared for the episode, but that'll be out on Wednesday. March Madness, worst horror husbands. I'm real excited about that. These past releases that we've had were Troll 2 on Production Tales from Hell came out yesterday. Really happy with how that did. It performed better than the first episode of the series. So my assumption is that most of the people who checked out the first episode decided that they liked it, and they came back and watched the second one, and then it also picked up new viewers. And I think that's great, because that's an awesome show, and I'm happy that so many people are happy with the production value of it. Again, that all has to do with producer MK, who is fantastic, and of course, the writing and hosting by Chauncey K. Robinson, who we are so happy to have as not a Dead Meat employee. She's not like on staff, so I wouldn't say Dead Meat's Chauncey, because she's not. She's her own person, but as a guest host with this series, I think it's great, and really excited for the remaining 3 episodes, which will be I forget what's next, whether it's The Shining or what's the other one? Because I know Exorcist is last. Oh, Amityville Horror, which we haven't talked about on the channel before, so you can see that. Then on Friday, the past Friday, was the Silence of the Lambs kill count. Fuck yeah, dude. Glad people like that too. Big movie. The Shining is next, says Michael, our social media guy. So thank you, and Ben as well. Yes. The Silence of the Lambs kill count came out. Did well. I'm happy with that. And I hope you checked it out. The Screaming of the Lambs, that's right. It's alternate title. Yeah. I made a comment in the beginning of the Silence of the Lambs kill count about how grifters nowadays would call it woke. And there were some comments about that. And a lot of people, I saw some people be like, no, they wouldn't, because it's a well-written movie and she has a character arc. And my response to a lot of those comments was, yes, but that was also the case with Prey, which was also called a woke movie. But I feel like a lot of the people who left comments and we would be in agreement about certain things, because I specifically said grifters, and by grifters I mean those fucking YouTube channels where every single upload is about a movie framed in the culture war, and it's just like rage bait. That's how they're grifting, is by they're like taking advantage of riling you up with culture war stuff, and all they talk about are fucking Disney movies, because of course that's all they can do is talk about Disney releases. But I would agree with all the people being like, no, it's not woke, even though I wouldn't use that term in any case, unironically, because it's a well-written movie. I also don't like the pandering and box checking of many large studio movies these days. I'm not against that, or I'm not for that. I'm not saying you can't criticize movies from that aspect. I'm saying that there would be people who would do that about Silence of the Lambs, and that the people who would do that are grifters. So if you're like, no, these people wouldn't do it, yeah, I would hope not, because it's not. But if they did, they would be grifters, you know? I didn't say any YouTube channels. You think I watch movie YouTube channels? I don't got time for that. I don't know the details of who these people are. Some people were throwing names in there, and some I'd heard of, some I hadn't, but I don't know the fucking details. I did a little bit of research after some people mentioned names. I feel like there are gradients of those types of channels about like which ones are somewhat legitimate criticisms and which ones are just rage bait. But that was you putting the names in there. I wasn't fucking calling anyone out. I'm just saying that type of style exists. And another thing, sometimes people are like, Dead Meat got too political. I'll mention some social issues and stuff as part of themes of films. There are other channels out there where every single upload frames their reviews or their news in a social or political lens. How am I the one who's too political? Whatever, man. Whatever. Watch more than Disney movies. That's all I'm saying. Watch more than Disney movies, for the love of fucking God. You don't need to watch just Disney movies. There's so many good movies. All the Oscar nominees, all the great horror movies out there with very rich characters. Just watch more than Disney movies, for the love of fucking God. No wonder you're complaining about the state of cinema. That's all you watch. It's like just eating fucking fast food and then complaining about the state of food. Like, they don't make good food anymore. Yeah, quit fucking eating Big Macs. God damn it. All right. This Friday, we got the Hannibal kill count. Sorry. I'm sorry. This Friday, we have the Hannibal kill count. I'm excited for that. The movie is not as good as the two that came before it, but I think that it is fun. I like it more than the two that come after it. I know that that's not a popular opinion, but the Hannibal kill count has a bit in it that we filmed that is one of the stupidest bits we've ever done, and that I'm so fucking happy with. I love it. It makes me laugh so hard. I've watched it so many times. We might have to censor the hell out of it. It's kind of vulgar, and YouTube might age restrict the video based on language alone in this bit that we've done. But we'll see. If we do have to censor it in the episode, I will release it on Twitter or somewhere uncensored, because it's very fun. It involves music. It's real dumb. The episode gets real silly. I'm real excited about it. So tune in for the Hannibal kill count this Friday. And then we got another Production Tales from Hell on Sunday, and it's The Shining. It says it right there in my fucking thing. I'm sorry. This is the last week for Dead Meat Horror Awards merch. So if you want the cool Green Day inspired shirt, check out deadmeatstore.com. Also, everything on the store is on sale because the store is on Rooster Teeth and Rooster Teeth is folding. Don't worry, we'll figure it out. The podcast is fine. The store will be fine. Don't worry. We will not be affected too negatively by Rooster Teeth closing, even though we were somewhat associated with it, but we'll get it taken care of. Don't worry. All right. Are we getting more They Talk? Someone asked. Probably not a big season. We're going to try to do that last episode with the Halloween one that Zorn wasn't able to finish before his baby stuff started happening. But it might live on in shorts. I think those shorts that we made before the season, that Zorn made, like the Five Nights at Freddy's, I think that's a good format for it, and it won't take as much work. Those take a lot of work, you know? Raphael asking if the Dead Meat website would have news articles on it. The website, which I've talked about, will be launched at some point. Hopefully sometime around the second channel, which I'll also talk about in a second again. Right now, it'll just be a way to see what we've covered. I could see in the future it having news articles, but that's definitely not something that we'll have launch day. You know, we at Dead Meat are somewhat slow moving. I wish that I was better at pulling the trigger on things, but I think I always think about, like, what if we had started the Horror Royal Rumble and the awards in 2019? They probably wouldn't have been as good right off the bat, but, like, by now they would be 5 years in and kind of established things. The second channel that we're doing, that probably should have happened a long time ago. I feel like I'm bad at timing stuff, but I hope that when they do finally happen, that they're good quality, at least. Production Tales from Hell has been in development since 2020. So, like, we're a little slow moving just because I'm always, you know, I'm like, here's a great idea that I would love to have. All right, back to working on kill counts. That happens, but we will be having that second channel launch in a few weeks. I think we're landing on a name that's not Second Slice, because we began thinking about it and we're like, oh wait, does Second Slice, does that kind of other it? Does that make it the channel secondary instead of its own thing? So I think we're going to be going for a different name, and we're just waiting on the graphics to come in, and then we will hopefully be able to move all videos over to that channel that aren't kill counts, because this channel that you're on right now will be called Dead Meat Kill Counts, and it will only be kill counts, nothing else, no non-kill count videos, including this very show, this weekly live stream. We've only got a few episodes of this left on this channel, so once I tell you the new channel, make sure you subscribe to it so that you don't miss stuff like this, because it will be on the new channel. I mean, I already registered the channel. Should I just say the name? Does it come up when you search? It does not come up when you search, so it doesn't have any graphics or anything on it. I wonder, is it a bad idea to have people sub before there's anything? Like, if they're subbed for 3 weeks without anything coming out, when we release something on it, will that affect? These are the stupid algorithm things I've got to worry. So let me ask my network if they know anything about that. That's such a specific question of, if someone subscribes to your channel and you don't release anything for 3 weeks, will that affect how something gets pushed to their subscription feed when a video finally comes out, as opposed to if we wait until the first video comes out and they subscribe? I don't know. YouTube's dumb. So I'll just play it safe until I know. But I think it's a solid name that is more all-encompassing about this stuff. According to Matt Pat, yeah, what, Bree? According to Matt Pat, what? I always miss the Matt Pat. I don't watch YouTube. I don't have time. Except for Brutal Moose. And some Cody Co. And Danny Gonzalez. But that's it. Why am I making other channels? We are making one other channel, and it will be for all non-kill count videos. Yes, the podcast will be moving to the second channel. It should be good for both the kill count and the non-kill count content. People who only watch kill counts will just get those in their feed. People who like all the other stuff we do can subscribe to the new channel and have those things come to their feeds maybe more regularly, because YouTube's algorithm won't think that people don't like those because the kill count only viewers aren't watching it. If that makes sense. I think it's really good. I really should have done this years ago, but we're doing it now. It's fine. It'll be good. Bree said it was a short where no YouTube videos means no watch time, so YouTube doesn't push it. Okay, then yes. I will not be saying the name. I'll tell you when to subscribe to it, and it'll be good. All right. That might be all I have. I got my workout. I saw a lot of people in the Silence of the Lambs kill count saying I was looking bigger. So thank you. I don't know if maybe those people just haven't been watching, or if maybe that t-shirt maybe had me going. I don't know. But I'm working on it. Working hard. I just started a carb cycling thing. I've never done that before. It's like I only eat like 1,700 calories for like 4 days of the week, very low carbs, and then like 2 days are high carbs and just eat whatever. I don't know, man. I'm just listening to Orion, my trainer. I'm just listening to what he says, man. Okay. I think that's it. I feel like there was one other thing that I wanted to say. Oh yeah, Snoochie Boochies. All right, bye everyone. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you on the next one of these. See ya.